There comes a point in every life, quiet or chaotic, rich or poor, where pain walks through the front door, uninvited, unannounced, and unrelenting. It shows up as a heartbreak, as loss, as betrayal, as failure. Sometimes it screams. Other times it just sits in silence, heavy but still. And when it does, we're left with a choice. Do we let it break us, or do we let it build us? You see, this message isn't about avoiding pain, it's about transforming it. Because what if I told you your deepest wounds could become the birthplace of your greatest wisdom? That's what we're diving into right now, right here on the Fire Iron Mindset. Now, if this resonates with you even a little, just pause for a moment. I want you to hit the subscribe button and start sharing this with someone who is walking through a dark season. Because this message might just be the light that they are praying for. So the first part I want to cover is the purpose in pain. There is an ancient Chinese proverb: a gem is not polished without rubbing, nor a man perfected without trials. Pain isn't punishment. Pain is pressure. And pressure, when it's harnessed, creates a diamond. A philosopher by the name of Frederick once said, "To live is to suffer, and to survive is to find some meaning in the suffering." That's the key. Meaning. Pain by itself can crush you, but pain with meaning becomes fuel. In the Bible, Joseph is sold into slavery by his own brothers. He's imprisoned, he's forgotten, he's betrayed. But years later, standing in power, he says to the very people who hurt him, "You meant it for evil, but God meant it for good, to bring about this present result." And you can find that in Genesis chapter 50, verse 20. That's the shift from victim to vessel, from broken to reborn. The second part of this is the philosophical principles for redemption. The Stoics were masters of the mindset. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in a way becomes the way." In other words, what hurts you can heal you. What broke you can actually build you. Seneca also said, "Difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body." Pain doesn't mean you're cursed. It means you're being carved, you're being refined, you're being forged. It's not the suffering that changes you, it's your response to it. So here's the question. Will you let it choose to close you off or open you up? Now, the third part on this is the fact that there is biblical truth in the fire. Romans chapter 5, verses 3 through 4 says, "We glory in tribulations, knowing that tribulation produces perseverance, and perseverance, character, and character, hope." There's a divine process in pain. Notice it doesn't jump straight into hope. It goes through tribulation, perseverance, character. This isn't just theology, it's biblical truth. The cross, which is the ultimate symbol of suffering, became the door to redemption. So when you're in the fire, understand you're not being destroyed. You're being defined. Pain is the forge, but purpose is the outcome. Now, the fourth part to this, principles to reclaim purpose from pain. So I want to give you 5 principles to turn your pain into purpose. Deep, real, actionable ones. Number 1, you need to feel it fully. Stop pretending you're not hurt. Numbness is not strength. The only way through pain is through it. Confess it, cry it, write it, pray it. Psalm 34 verse 18 says, "The Lord is close to the brokenhearted." Let him meet you there. Number 2, reflect and extract. Ask, what is this pain teaching me? What is this moment inviting me to become? Journaling, prayer, honest, quiet silence. There's a piece to those actions. Those are tools of transformation. Number 3, refuse to waste it. If you are going to hurt, make it count. Let your suffering become someone else's survival guide. Share your story. Speak the wisdom. You don't have to bleed forever to help someone heal. Number 4, anchor in eternal identity. You are not what happened to you. You are not your trauma. You are who God says you are. Chosen, redeemed, powerful, loved.
Correct.
Confucius once said, "Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but
Your
in
life is
rising
what
every
your
time we fall."
thoughts make it.
Get back up, but rise wiser. Rise stronger. And number 5, surrender the outcome. Let go of trying to control how it all ends. Trust the process. Trust the timing. Ecclesiastes 3:11 says, "He has made everything beautiful in its time." Even your pain. Even your pain. So how do we move from pain to purpose? Again, you weren't born to stay broken. You were born to build something with your brokenness. Think about every powerful story, every timeless leader, every voice that's ever moved you. They didn't escape pain. They embraced it. They learned from it. They used it. Viktor Frankl, for example, who survived the Holocaust, said, "When we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves." That's where purpose begins, not outside of you, but within you, in your mindset, in your faith, in your perspective. Now, if this message stirred something inside of you, if you felt seen or heard in this video, if you felt challenged or awakened, don't just scroll past it. You need to act. Start by subscribing to this channel, The Fire Iron Mindset. Hit that notification bell. But most of all, most importantly, share this with someone who is in the thick of their own storm. Because pain, the pain you survived, It might be the light someone else needs to walk through theirs. This is not the end of your story. It's the fire that forges you. So rise from the ashes and remember to take the wisdom with you. Pain isn't the enemy. Wasted pain is. Turn it into purpose, and you'll never be the same.